All right, yeah. So it's been a minute. So I'm going to start this one off with two great quotes from. I think they're great quotes from Aldous Huxley. Man, they nail what's going on right now. First one is: people will come to love their oppression, to adore the technologies that undo their capacities to think. And that goes hand with the other one, which is: the victim of mind manipulation does not know that he is a victim. To him, the walls of his prison are invisible, and he believes himself to be free. Those are both by Aldous Huxley. Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, it's been a minute. Been a couple weeks since all this lockdown stuff took place. Like I said before, I've been working. I got the afternoon off, so I figured I'd get up here, pop a show out, talk a bit. This will be a while, probably. I'm going to ramble for a bit, kind of go everywhere. I'm not going to put up like a lot of hard like links and statistics and quotes and stuff like that. I mean, fuck, you guys know what Google is. Google it. If you have half a brain, you can Google it, get some information, extrapolate it, figure it out for yourself. I mean, not like the mainstream media actually uses sources that are real. I mean, they go to the local protest where somebody hates Trump. There's 100 people there. They'll give them a survey and they'll say 98 out of 100 people don't like Trump. No shit. I mean, come on, people. Let's go. So, yeah, I mean, originally this started off 15 days to slow the spread. Okay, so now it was up, then it went to 45. Now some states are trying to extend it to the end of May, like mine, because I live in Illinois and the governor's an idiot and he's a trust fund kid, never worked a day in his life and fell into all of his money and somehow became governor. I mean, originally this was all not to overwhelm the hospitals. I mean, that didn't even come close to doing it. I mean, maybe New York, which was an epicenter because everybody's pretty much living on top of everybody. I mean, if you live in New York, I think if you sneeze, you had sex with them. I don't know. There's just a ton of people compacted into a small area where you ride the subways and pretty much you're licking somebody's face. But in normal rest of country, it's not like that. I mean, there's an article today that came out. It was talking about, I think, 221, 211 hospitals. Like I said, I'm not using the exact facts, guys. Not facts, I'm sorry. I'm not using the exact numbers because I'm just glossing this shit over. The numbers are out there. It's either 211 or 221. So either one of those, who gives a shit? It's real close. Are laying off like half their workers, something like that, some obscene number like that. I mean, where I'm at, I mean, there's a ton of nurses and hospital workers that are furloughed because the only thing you can do at a hospital is if you got COVID. So, I mean, they're stating that a lot of stuff is elective and not really important. A good example of why this is kind of backwards would be England. England has socialized medicine, which is what everybody on the left is screaming for. And studies came out there recently about how the lockdown and the social distancing and the stay-at-home orders and the non-essential stuff for hospitals is going to probably kill more people than the COVID did over there. I think that a lot of the people that were ready to go to the doctor for their social free medication are now pushed off 18 weeks before they can go see it. So, you know, cancer patients, I mean, fuck it. Who needs chemo? I mean, I'm not sure if they're canceling that, but they probably are. But that's just the insanity of all this. I mean, maybe it's a good time for maybe the media and all the woke fucks out there that have glorified, like, I don't know, fat, giant, obese, fucking proud of my body people to actually step out of the shadows and say, yeah, we're probably wrong. And the reason I say that is because, I mean, I believe, and you can quote me on it. Hell, you can look it up, comment below. I don't care. The average age of somebody that's died from COVID is 68. And out of the people that are 68 for average age, 95% of them had one major underlying health condition. And out of those 95%, maybe it was 93, 88% had two major underlying health conditions. And a lot of those underlying health conditions, obesity, hypertension, diabetes, high blood pressure. Guess what? That all goes with fat. I mean, the comedy part to this that I'm going to try to explain is, Yeah, my gym's closed. I love going to the gym. I really like to work out. If I'm not working out 4 times a week, I feel like a slug. And I've been doing my best. I mean, I got weights downstairs. We had an elliptical. It broke. So we're working on getting that fixed, and I'm going stir crazy while that's going on. But we got dumbbells, bench, stuff like that. So I went online yesterday, and I'm like, well, hell, I could probably get, a nicer bench, so I can do a little bit more stuff, get a couple more mats for like yoga, stuff like that. So we can effectively work out a little bit better than like kind of using we have a thick rubbery mat. It's not really comfortable. It's too squishy for me. And the bench doesn't allow me to do a lot of things. And guess what? Everything's fucking sold out or not available. I don't know if it's sold out or if it's not available, and not available because it's not considered essential. But I don't know. I think that being healthy, trying to stay in shape would kind of be essential. So maybe it's just sold out. This is literally, I think, like New Year's resolution 2.0. You got everybody staying home because they can't go out to their favorite restaurants, go get drunk at a bar and pound it on. And they're going to get in shape. They're going to make a life-altering choice to better themselves. In my opinion, what's going to happen is Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist for sale ads are going to be rampant here in about a month with really fucking cheap ellipticals and Bowflexes and dumbbells and at-home gym equipment. So if you're in the market for something right now and you're kind of frustrated like me that you can't buy anything online, hell, wait a couple weeks. You'll probably get it free. Yeah. Oh God, this lockdown stuff's just driving me nuts. I'm going to talk a little bit about just Illinois. I live in Illinois. So yesterday, one of our state representatives sued and got a judge to either do an injunction or restraining order against the extension of the stay-at-home order. And of course, as soon as that happens, everybody comes out on Facebook and Twitter and all the Karens that yell at people that if they want to go back to work, that they just want everybody to die. That's because these people intake too much mainstream media. That's fairly obvious. And that goes back to the quote that I started with people will learn to adore their technologies and pretty much make them mindless and really not be able to think for themselves. I'm pretty sure in my first video, I said this would end up being no worse than the flu, or maybe just a little bit worse than the flu. I haven't listened to it. Go back and listen to video one. That was the first one I made. It was kind of different. But that's what you get. You have people that are programmed, and I guarantee you that all these people that are complaining about people that want to go back to work, that want to be able to go to the gym, that want to be able to move freely in a free country like we're supposed to, still have a fucking job and are getting paid full fucking salary. But treat this a little bit like a vacation so they can sit home, watch as much Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and just get fat. They probably bought all the weight sets too, and they're down in the basement or in the garage just sitting there collecting dust because they're eventually going to get to it. And it's just amazing to me that a lot of these politicians are the ones screaming the hardest, especially in Illinois, we're a blue state. It just is what it is, to extend the stay-at-home order. But the funny thing is, it can't be a crisis without trying to take advantage of the situation. In Illinois, I think they just asked the federal government to bail out their horrific budget with $44 billion bailout or something like that. They just raised taxes on every citizen 2 years ago, I think, from 3.5% to 4.95%. Going into Illinois, here's the crazy part about their taxes that they take. And this is a good time if you're actually wanting to know what the fuck's going on in the world, is kind of look at where you live, where your state is, see who's screaming the loudest for everybody to stay home, whether it be news personalities, politicians, celebrities. I'll touch on that in a minute. My God, my fucking head hurts from that. But going back to Illinois, 18% of the taxes that they collect in the state of Illinois from all their citizens go to pensions. 18%. They have the most grotesque, overgenerous pension system for state workers in the entire country. Period. And to buff all that off, the state and local taxes in Illinois, household earnings on the median U.S. income is almost 15%. That's the highest in the nation. Our gas taxes are like 60 cents a gallon. And in the city that I live in, they raise taxes even more to fix the roads because it's like fucking Mario Kart on the hardest star level possible. I don't know if that's a thing. But there's potholes everywhere. There's railroad tracks everywhere. Your tires just get fucked up driving on the road. But when it came time to fix the roads, they don't have any money. They don't know where it went. But it's like you raise gas taxes to pay for the roads. Whatever. But anyways, where were we at? So we're talking, pay attention to the media during all this. And I mean, I've never seen so much stupidity when it comes to the media reporting and actually how people just intake this shit. At work, going back a couple days, walked into work. First thing there's a couple just really liberal, not even liberal. They're Democrats, have always been Democrats, are always going to be Democrats. There's not a goddamn thing you could say to make them not be Democrats. Hit me with why is Trump telling people to drink bleach and Lysol? And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And here's how twisted it is. He kept playing the last half of the conversation or the press conference of the part the part that was clipped out by the media. I mean, would it surprise you? He listens to only CNN. My God. And it just kept playing that over again. Nope. He said the disinfectant and you inject it. I said, whatever, dude. So I print out the transcripts for him. I lay them in front of him, say, this is a transcript from the whole press conference. Here's the part where he was talking about the UV light, sunlight, whatever. I mean, and I said, that's not what he said. And of course, when you present people with facts, throw something in front of their eyes, I think they perceive it to be in Swahili and they can't read that language. So it doesn't apply to them. But that's what you get. I mean, you get media taking everything out of context to form their own agenda. And I mean, it doesn't matter what you watch. You can watch Fox News. I mean, they kind of twist it a little bit more, but I mean, there's so much information out there that you can actually get for yourself. I mean, you have websites that just throw out data for you to sit there and make your own judgments based on real facts. When this all came out, I mean, everybody thought it was going to be, the world was going to end. I mean, it was zombie apocalypse, World War Z. Everybody has to go get guns and ammo. We're eating deer. We're stabbing people in the necks with antlers. That's just how it's going to be. That's the furthest thing from the truth. And now you have governments overstepping, wanting to see how far they can squeeze their powers to make things happen. You have idiots in Congress telling workers to protest going back to work and not go back to work. There was a part in the bill that I didn't agree with, and I think I might have touched base with this on my last video with the unemployment benefits, to make it to where when they're not working, they make more than when they were working. And that's starting to bite a little bit of businesses in the butt because people are wanting to come back. They have the Paycheck Protection Program they rolled out to where they will protect your paycheck up to $100,000 a year. If you're back to working and your business applied for it and they qualify for it, so on and so forth. I mean, the 100,000 is very arbitrary because this just kind of goes to screw over the whole taxpayers that pay the chunk of the taxes. Same thing with the $1,200 that people got and the $500 per kid. If you made over a certain amount, you got jack. But the people that made over the certain amount are the ones that paid most of the taxes anyways. And then the people that make over the certain $100,000 on the Paycheck Protection Act pay most of the taxes anyways. So per normal, the middle guy that kind of is the lifeblood of the economy when it comes to taxes and purchases just gets rammed straight the fuck up the ass. Per normal, but whatever. People won't go back to work because they're making more sitting at home, playing Nintendo Switch and Xbox and Fortnite and who the fuck knows what else they're doing, beating their wife. I mean, hell, that came out, the stay-at-home orders like causing more domestic violence and child molestation than as before. Good job, government. But yeah, I mean, the lockdown started 15 days to flatten the curve. Totally get that. 100% get that. Let's make sure the hospitals are staffed. Let's make sure we've got enough ventilators. I think New York needed like 30,000. They needed like none of them, but hey, whatever. And then that was it. It was supposed to flatten the curve to where the hospitals could handle if there was a big poof of people going in there. and the rush never happened. So it seems like government now is trying to keep everybody locked down so nobody gets sick. Huh? It's like trying not to get wet in a hurricane. It just ain't going to fucking happen. This is, from what I understand, a couple times more transmittable than the flu. And when it's all said and done, I mean, it's going to be like the flu as far as the kill rate, maybe a little bit more. But I mean, you can't do that. I mean, it's whether it spreads now, whether it spreads later, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're doing testing in New York City. Look this up. I mean, 20% of people in New York have antibodies for the coronavirus. That means it's like 10 to 15 times more people have had the virus than what they're reporting. So that little 7, 8, 9, 10% death rate in a lot of these places is 15 times less. 10 to 15 times less. If it's 2, 3, 4, 10 to 15 times less. And that's just what they understand. I mean, everybody knows somebody that was sick this winter with something. And it wasn't the flu. You just felt like crap, blah, blah, blah. It just lasted a little bit. I mean, this thing's been here for quite a long time. And people are just acting like complete morons with this stuff. I mean, I don't understand. And this just goes back to what I'm talking about with like the news. I mean, just come out and say what the fuck you're for, period. I fucking hate Trump. He's a piece of shit and I wish he never got fucking elected. And here's the stories on all what we're going to report about why Trump's a piece of shit and we fucking hate him. Just come out and say it. My God. What's so hard about that? Everybody right now is hiding behind opinion pages, editorial boards. I mean, you got people just saying, "Oh, well, this virus and all this death and stuff like that. This is really going to hurt the president and make him look bad." Really? That's your fucking concern? Not like this is a really terrible thing that happened. Fuck the Chinese because they hid the whole goddamn thing. Fuck the World Health Organization because they helped hide the whole goddamn thing. No. They're blinded by so much hate and frustration that they can't see anything else. I mean, fuck, they drink their coffee in the morning. It's Trump coffee. They throw the glass against the wall, fucking dent the wall, break the glass, get in their car, start it up. It just says, fuck Trump. I mean, I don't know. They're completely insane. I mean, I remember going back a couple weeks ago, and everybody was screaming that every frontline worker should get, or essential workers should get hazard pay. I mean, I know there's some companies like Lowe's and I think Kroger, maybe Albertsons, I don't know. They gave their workers a temporary raise. Good luck taking that back. I'm sure your workers will be real happy with that. But hazard workers for like hospital workers and ER nurses and stuff like that. You know, the jacked up part about that, and this is where it kind of hits me a little bit, is what about cops and firefighters? I mean, let's say a cop is responding to a shooter. I mean, do they like stop real quick, get out their iPhone, punch in their hazard pay bump before they go to respond to the call? Same thing with a firefighter. If a firefighter, I mean, let's say they're rescuing a cat from a tree. That's not hazard pay. I mean, unless the cat scratches them and I don't know, they get sick from some litter box thing. But if it's a fire, I mean, they're not like, whoa, we're not gonna go to work and, you know, unless we get some hazard pay and put that motherfucker out. I mean, that's your job. That's what you signed up for. I mean, it sucks that it got overwhelming for a little bit in certain areas of the country. Understand that, folks. Certain areas of the country. I mean, think about, I mean, that just doesn't make any goddamn sense. And thank God, I think, oh, it's going to come rushing back though. Oh my God. The selfies of people wearing fucking masks. I'm going to go throw the fuck up. My God, this mask shit is absolutely stupid. I went to the store the other day. I don't go to the store that much. I don't do all the grocery shopping for my house. But got up early. I was out of coffee. I'm like, I want some donuts because I work out a lot because on the lockdown, like I said, been working out as much as I can in the basement. Can't buy new sports equipment because all the fat fucks ended up taking it and hoarding it. And it's going to be real cheap here soon. So I'm going to get me some cheap gym equipment. But go to the store and you got people, I mean, middle age. Some of them look like they're healthy. I don't know. They're wearing masks. They're wearing gloves. they're touching all the food. And then you got some people wearing the masks and it's hanging off their face and their nose is exposed because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They look like idiots. You got people driving their cars, wearing masks by themselves, driving their fucking cars. That just looks stupid. But anyways, so my main question is, okay, so you're touching all this stuff. Okay, so you're going to the store, you're touching the gas pump, you got your rubber gloves on. You're going to the grocery store, you got your rubber gloves on. You ain't tucking your rubber gloves off, but you touched the whole inside of your fucking car. Because you're making your trip to the store and you're going to protect yourself. And you're going to take all your food home. So when you unpack all that food out of the store that you just bought, I'm sure your gloves are hopefully thrown away and you're not wearing the same goddamn pair every day. Are you wiping down all the boxes with Clorox wipes and letting them sit for like 3 minutes like the instructions say? Or are you just grabbing the food and putting it away and putting it in the fridge and putting it everywhere else and then maybe washing your hands? Probably not, because you never did before. And then when you get back in your car, because it's not an essential trip and you're going to go drive your kids around the block to get them out of the house or something like that, and you grab your steering wheel with the hands that you just, without gloves on, because you had you had your gloves on in the store and you touched everything and all those gross, nasty people are everywhere, and you go in the car and you don't have your gloves on, you touch your steering wheel and you pick your nose because there's a booger in there. I mean, fucking seriously, people. I mean, you look stupid. Just saying. I mean, if you're sick or you're immunocompromised or you're in one of the high-risk people, something, wear a mask. Get some Lysol in your car to, I don't know, spray yourself down when you come inside, or get a hand sanitizer, or wash your fucking hands as soon as you get home before you do anything. But to sit there and walk around like it's a nuclear fucking war and we're breathing in radiation, I mean, come on, man. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm rambling, but this is fun. I mean, the amount of overstep that this has had is just mind altering. And the people that are screaming the loudest to keep it going on are the ones still getting paid. I mean, going back to Illinois again, I mean, and this should like just show you exactly what's going on. I mean, there's a scheduled pay raise for all state workers to the tune of like $260, $270, maybe $280 million is supposed to hit this year. A lot of states took the pay raises and said, not going to happen to a lot of states. Illinois, well, there's nothing we can do about it. Pay raises got to go through because it was agreed on in a contract. Guess what? Break the fucking contract, because there's a lot of people that expected a lot of things to happen in the public fucking life that aren't working in the government, that expected to make more money, to have more things happen, to do more things this year. And guess what? They don't get to do them. So take your egotistical, I'm a state fucking worker, and shove it up your fucking ass, because that's horseshit. Asking for a fucking bailout in the middle of all this stuff and going through with the raise and telling people what they can and can't do when you're sitting at home working half fucking time, because you don't really work that hard when you're at work anyways in the state of Illinois for most positions. There was an article that came out yesterday in Forbes, I believe, and it talked about there's over 100,000 state employees in the state of Illinois that make over $100,000 a year on pension or while working right now. Look it up. I'm not even going to put a link to it. Just Google Illinois Forbes overpaid workers for the state of Illinois. Most of them are. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to touch on real quick celebrities before we release this and let go and I go on with my life of anything. This is my vent blog, guys. I mean, I haven't done this in a couple weeks. I've been kind of depressed because I can't do anything. I can't go to my favorite restaurants. I can't go to the gym. I can do yard work, but wow, how much fun is that? Over time, it just gets annoying. You can clean the house. I don't know how many times it gets annoying. I have 3 cats. I can play with them. I have a fiance. I can play with her. That's fun. I mean, but there's only so much you can do. I mean, I'm rewatching all of CSI Miami right now. I mean, there's 12 seasons, 200 and something episodes. I fell asleep through most of them. Whatever. Okay, but I've got it better than most. I can agree with that. I have TVs, I have computers, I have iPads, I have video games, I have food. I don't make what I did. I still make enough. So it's not really killing me to have a lot of the stuff shut down. I mean, it sucks, but I know there's a lot of people a lot worse off than I am. I know that for a fact. Okay. But who does not know that for a fact is fucking celebrities. Holy shit, I'm glad they've backed the fuck off. They're higher than thou. Holy mighty. Holy fuck. I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. My God. Bitching from their fucking mansions. I mean, I swear to God, if they were able to boat in a fucking yacht, they'd be out there bitching about how bad their yacht experience is right now just because there's not a lot of waiters and servers that can come bring them fucking food. Fuck off. My God, you're not like us. Understand that. I really wish that a lot of celebrities would realize that they hit the fucking jackpot because there's thousands of people lined up to do exactly what they do with probably more fucking talent. And in some cases, some of you celebrities have no fucking talent. You sucked your dick to the way to the top and then you bitched about it when you got there and kept yourself on the top. Okay? So you have nothing to talk about. But to sit from your mansion and talk about how it feels like a prison, shut the fuck up. You have movie theaters downstairs. You have a gigantic kitchen. I'm pretty sure you get food delivered to your house. Your gardeners are probably still there, making sure your landscaping's pretty. You have a pool. It's just absolutely grotesque. I honestly, I'm glad they shut the fuck up. I haven't seen a lot of people lately talking about how watch me work out from home. Come on, guys, just bear with it. We can get through it together. Fuck together. You're a millionaire. Fuck off. There's a lot of people that are living in apartments that have 2 kids that can't make ends meet on a normal basis very easily. And they watch you to escape the reality and have a little bit of time. They don't need you preaching to them from a pulpit and judging them from on high from your perceived godlike status. That's what I think. And I'm pretty sure most people would be right there with me. And I mean, this is not celebrities. It's celebrities. It's media personalities. I mean, there's a lot of musicians that are, I mean, fuck it. They're entertaining us. It's cool. I mean, good for you guys. But you know something? Keep your personal opinions to your fucking self. Because most of you guys can't actually extrapolate any sort of mathematical equation from any numbers that are thrown at you. My benefit is I work with numbers all day long in my main job, in my side job. That's all I do. I work with numbers. I run mathematical equations. That's all I do. Love them. Oh God, I love numbers. So that's just where I'm at. Okay. So I'm going to end this right here. So my main talking points for today is, hey, you know something? Do some research. Go out there, Google some stuff. Actually, don't even Google some stuff. DuckDuckGo some stuff. Google will redirect you and control your search habits and stuff like that. I mean, everybody's trying to censor everything right now. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you know it. I know it. Pretty sure my cat that just walked by me knows it. Yep. Yeah. He said fuck YouTube and Google and Facebook, even though I'm broadcasting on there. Just because you guys censor too much stuff. But do some own research. I mean, it's out there for you to just pick and grab. So hopefully all this lockdown stuff gets over. I mean, I'm happy as hell that the governor got sued in the state of Illinois, and he's trying to, of course, appeal it. And there's another government representative suing, I think, in Northern Illinois today. So it's going to be fantastic. You can't force everybody to stay home, take their livelihoods, and expect them to be cool with it. It's just that's just not going to happen. So that's my vent off for the last couple of weeks. This ran a little bit longer. I hope I made some sense. I don't know. I was kind of rambling everywhere, but I didn't have any notes in front of me. I just kind of went off the top of my head. Leave some comments below in the thing. Hell, subscribe. I'd like to have 1 subscriber. That'd be fun. Maybe follow me on Twitter. I don't even have a Facebook yet. I think I put it on Instagram. I think there's 1 photo on there. But this is for me to have fun, escape my very stressful normal job, bitch about things. And I mean, like, there's supposed to be more stuff to talk about other than this bullshit government stuff and everybody trying to control everybody and the media trying to twist everything to their own fucking narrative and virus stuff. I mean, I can't wait to move all past this. Then we can talk about, you know, real things like football and why certain teams are going to always suck forever and ever. Baseball, I don't follow too much. Hockey, I really don't follow. It's cool to go to a game. Went to a couple Blues games last year and year before. So that was fun. I mean, talk about stuff like that. Life, market, you know, cars, interesting things, funny things. I mean, the only thing funny about COVID-19 is half these people overreacting and all the Karens running around. I mean, when you have your government asking you to you know something, we're not going to end here. We're going to well, hold on. I'm going to take a drink of my sparkling ice orange mango. And we're going to talk a little bit. Okay. So, burped. So this is the do as I say, not as I do government that we have right now. It's hilarious. So in New York, we're going to talk about New York because we're going to talk about New York. We're going to talk about California. You know something? I'm going to talk about California real quick. Okay. So in California, a couple years ago, they decriminalized a felony for knowingly infecting somebody with HIV. Okay. I'm sorry, but if you look into into what HIV is and what COVID-19 is a stronger flu than the flu. Okay. HIV is something that will fuck you up. If you're not going to be, if you have to take medication for the rest of your life to make sure that your viral load is so low that it's not going to turn into AIDS. But you can literally in California knowingly infect anybody you want to, and it's a misdemeanor. Okay. But I'm pretty sure in LA, if you go out in public, I think the mayor's wanting to make this happen. And correct me if I'm wrong. There's probably other places in California because they're completely fucking nuts. But you can knowingly infect somebody with AIDS and it's a misdemeanor. But if you go out in public without a fucking mask on, you're going to get like $1,000 fine. Is that true? Somebody look that up for me real quick. Make a comment because that is absolute fucking horseshit. And that should piss you off as far as that's concerned. I get not discriminating against somebody with a disability or a medical condition. 100%. Okay. But knowingly, you know, there's pieces of shit out there that actually do this fucking stuff. I mean, there's people that bang kids. So you know what's fucking going on. There is fucked up people all over the world. So you know there's people that know that they have full-blown fucking AIDS or HIV and go out there and knowingly infect people with either shared needles or unprotected sex. Okay? And the funny thing is that everybody knows that there's STDs in the fucking world. You can get gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes, syphilis. I don't know what the fuck else. Gonorrhea, whatever. There's all kinds of shit that you can get out there, okay? And it's a known fact that to help reduce the risk, you can wear a condom. Nobody does. That's a fact that if you have sex with somebody that's got gonorrhea, you're probably getting gonorrhea and your dick's going to hurt when you pee. Or it might swell up, or your balls will fall off. I don't know. My point is that it's not a government mandate that you have to wear a condom. You're not going to have the dick police come out and be like, okay, now I know you picked this skanky ass hoe up at 3:00 in the morning because while the bar lights were still dim and you were half drunk, but I need to make sure that you're wrapping it up before you throw a load in her because A, you're either going to get her pregnant or you're going to catch a disease. That can happen. But the government's not hovering over you, making sure that you do that, okay? And you can spread all that stuff. But they're going to interfere and make sure that in order to not give somebody COVID, you have to wear a mask. And that doesn't guarantee anything. That's no guarantee. Either there's a condom, they're 99.9% effective or reduce the risk. I don't know. Not even in that ballpark anymore. Got a fiance. Out for a long time. Okay, so that's California. They're fucking stupid. New York. Okay, so New York has some shocking revelations that happen. Oh my God. Yeah, if you hear that, that's me drinking my sparkling ice orange mango. It's not a sponsor. I just like drinking it. I have a bottle of water. I don't even know what brand it is because I refill my water bottles because it says BPA free packaging. So yay me. But in New York, okay. So I mean, so you let people out of jail because you don't want them to get COVID. Okay. And I mean, the thing is that, I mean, we've touched on this. You can research the data. I mean, 85% of people that get COVID don't even show any symptoms or signs or anything else like that, but they're carriers and they spread, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. In the flu season, I mean, I'm going to touch base on that in a second. 1 second. So going back to the people in jail. So he lets everybody out. He lets a lot of people out of jail that are low-level offenders, whatever the hell that is in New York, because I think you get bond for anything other than murder right now. And I think it's just, you just leave and they'll give you baseball tickets to come back to court or something like that and incentivize you. But you let these people out of jail and the mayor's shocked that they went out and committed crimes. Wow. Man, who'd have thunk? Holy shit. Water's wet too. Wow. I didn't know if I I stepped in that puddle with socks on, my socks would get wet. Shocking things happen every single day. So yeah, that's New York. And then they want you to narc on your neighbors. I think that's out in California too, is if you see somebody doing something, they're going to narc on you. Some people are doing drones to, what is this? Judge fucking Dredd Demolition Man? Is Taco Bell the only restaurant left in existence? I mean, come on, man. That is some draconian measures. I mean, this is the land of the free, not the land of the dictator stupid morons that have Karens everywhere that narc everybody out and nobody wants to work and everything's fucking free. Get the fuck out of here. That's like 1/10 of 1% of people. Oh, look, that's like the kill rate of COVID. Maybe it's attacking the wrong people. But anyways, I lost track of my thought. I was going to talk about something else. I don't even remember. But that's just where we're at. I mean, so recapping again, just focus on who's trying to pull control right now. That's just all you got to do. I mean, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, so this has been a long one. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you listen. Hopefully you subscribe. I'd like to have a subscriber. That'd be kind of cool. Like I said, I'll come out with more stuff. I'm going to try to do this more often. But I just had to pull myself out of a funk a little bit from being in my work only and drive home and stay at home and not do anything funk for the last couple of weeks. But this was fun. Got a lot of stuff off my chest. If you want me to talk about anything, leave a comment. And this has been your host, T.O.K. This is No Discretion. Have a great rest of the lockdown. Hopefully it's over in like a week.